Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. It's your friend Vincent again, and in today's study, I want us to talk about Fiddler Everywhere. Fiddler Everywhere is a tool that allows you to debug your network traffic to capture network traces on every platform, be it Windows, Mac OS, or Linux, or even on your Android. So in the past, we have the classic Fiddler, which supported only Windows, so it was a little bit difficult to capture network traces on Mac OS. But Fiddler Everywhere has been for some time now, since 2020, if I'm correct. And with Fiddler Everywhere, you can do the same task that you do with the classic Fiddler or the core Fiddler application that helps you to capture network trace and the traffic to help you debug your applications to know where something went wrong and the next step to take. So in today's study, we're going to look at how we can download the Fiddler Everywhere. We take a look at how we can start a network trace, and finally we can look at how to share this trace also with someone else. Most of the time, customers have issues and they're working with a support engineer, and they're required to capture, the network trace while reproducing the issue they have, and to share this trace with an engineer. So we also look at how we can share this, to another engineer also. And finally, we can look at some of the limitations of using Fiddler Everywhere. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. So to download the Fiddler Everywhere on a Mac, I go to your browser and type in Fiddler. If you're using Windows, sorry, Microsoft Edge browser, Chrome, or any other browser out there, Safari, you can just go to google.com, or you can just go to Bing and type in Fiddler. It will always take you to this web page right here. You see www.derrick.com. So go ahead and click on the first result you see that takes you to this web page. So this is the official web page of Fiddler. Of course, the first time you visit, it takes you to the classic Fiddler to download, but classic is not supported on Mac OS. So what we want to download is the Fiddler Everywhere. So we can go to Fiddler Tools and we can click on Fiddler Everywhere. So like I mentioned, Fiddler Everywhere is a cross-platform application. It can be run on Mac OS, Windows, or Linux, or even Android devices also. So you have two options here. You can start the free trial, or you can go ahead and buy. So when you click on free trial, it will take you to a page where you can download the free trial, register, put in your details. If you decide, okay, you want to go ahead and buy that, you can also go ahead and click on buy now. I need to take you to uh, the pricing page. It actually costs $12 per month per user, and it is billed annually. That is, when you're buying the pro version. They also have the enterprise version, which also have a different features like everything in pro plus offline mode, policy driven installation, and SSO. So these are like the difference between the two. So you can also see you with the pro version, you have to be online all the time to make use of it. So there are a lot of limitations and the differences between the two different versions. But of course, you are always welcome to give it a try and to see if this is what you want, and if it is, then you can go ahead to purchase it. So I'll go ahead and click on try for free. and it will take you to a page where you can download, and it will give you 10-day free trial period. So you can choose your system chip board, if it's Intel chip, if it's the ARM chip, which is a silicon chip. If you're on Windows or if you're on Linux, you can go ahead and choose any of, you know, the operating systems that you are currently using on. So at the moment, I am on Intel chip on my Mac OS, so I'll go ahead and change that to Intel chip. Also, if you are on the M1, M2, M3 chip, you can go ahead and choose the Intel chip that will perfectly work on the M1, M2, and M3 devices. Okay, so with this selected, I can go ahead and click on download Fiddler Everywhere. I have already downloaded it, so if I go to my download, you see I already downloaded it before now, and you can go ahead and click on open file, and you should be able to install this file. I already have it installed. So the first time you install it, after installation, you can go ahead and open the file. So when you open the file for the first time, or the application after installation, in order for you to use it, you have to sign in to your Fiddler account. So if you don't have a Fiddler account, you can go ahead and click on sign in or create an account, and you can go ahead and use your Google account to authenticate and sign up. Very easy and straightforward. So I already have an account, so all I have to do is go ahead and click on sign in with Google, because I authenticated with Google before now. But if you don't have an account, you can always go ahead and click on sign in with Google, and you can create a new account with your Google account. Then if you have an account to work, or the wiki account, you can just go ahead and put it in there, and you can go to next. So for now, I'm going to use my Google account to sign in. Okay, so I have successfully signed in. So I have already signed in before now, so the cookies are still in the browser, so it's like very easy for me to sign in again. So once we have done that, you can see hi Vincent, welcome, you're logged in now. I am signed in. So this is what the interface looks like for the Fiddler Everywhere. You can always change some of the settings, like the theme. If you don't like background, you can change the theme to white. You can save that. You can do a lot of things when it comes to configurations. Okay, so but for now we're gonna stick to reproducing an issue and capturing the network traces while doing that. So first thing you need to check, though these things are always automatically checked, make sure that when you go to settings from here and you go to HTTPS, make sure that you have capture HTTPS traffic checked in. I think that is basically what all we need. Live traffic, keep all sessions in the list. I mean, you can configure this to customize your need, but the most important is to make sure we have our capture HTTPS traffic set. Then for the trust Fiddler CA, you can always trust the credentials, so that it doesn't give you error messages when you want to capture certain applications on your system. Okay, so with that in place, you can close this, but automatically this should be checked in. Okay, so once we have that, we can go ahead to start a new live trace, or live traffic capture. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I want us to use Windows Outlook, like start the trace and try to reproduce an issue on Windows Outlook, and go ahead and save the trace and see how we can share the trace with someone else also. So easily accessible, you can see the Fiddler Everywhere icon at the top of your Windows taskbar right there. where you can click on start capturing, and it can automatically start capturing. uh Alternatively, you can click on the Fiddler Everywhere menu to access the settings also, if you don't want to access the settings within the applications from here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a new capturing. Okay, so I'll go to the F icon, that is the Fiddler Everywhere icon on the taskbar, and I'll click on start capturing. Okay, so once you click on start capturing, you're going to see like a little bit of warning. What happens when the system process is enabled? Just telling you that system process is enabled. I mean, every traffic, network traces will be captured, password, and, maybe sometimes very sensitive informations, they will all be captured. So you can go ahead and click on OK, I'm aware of this. So once you have that, you can already see that some of the applications in the background, like I think we have Outlook open, is already capturing the traffic right here. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize my Fiddler Everywhere. I will open Outlook again, and I'll try to reproduce an issue. So I'm saying this from a customer perspective, where a customer is requested to reproduce an issue. So for example, I'll go ahead and try to add an account to my Outlook, just a new email, maybe my Google email. And it's always advisable, if you want to start a new trace and the application is already open, it's advisable you close the application. So for example, I'm gonna clear these sessions right here. I'm gonna clear all the sessions, and I'm going to open the application again, so it can capture the traces from beginning to end. So with the application closed and reopened, and I clearing the sessions, so you can start capturing the sessions once the application is open. I can go ahead and reproduce an issue I may have. So I'll go ahead and add an email address to my Outlook for demo purpose. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and authenticate my Google account with my Outlook on Mac. Okay, so with that all set up, so this is more like, okay, I have reproduced an issue I may be having. So I'll go ahead and close Outlook, and I'll go back to the network choice. And you can see that we have a whole lot of, instances that has been captured already within the time we open Outlook. After the new email address to Outlook, it captured all the whole network traces and traffic. So this is basically what we need if we are reproducing the issue. So because we're actually done with that, we can go ahead and click on the F icon, that's the Fiddler Everywhere icon, and we can pause capturing. Okay, so once we pause capturing, you can see the system proxy is off also. I mean, you can always start capturing from here without going to the Fiddler Everywhere icon at the top of your taskbar. You can start the system proxy, and automatically it will start capturing automatically, and you can reproduce the issues. But I prefer just going here, start capturing or post capturing. But you can always do that within the application right here. So if I want to like start doing something or capture some traffic, I just click on system proxy. It will give me some warning. I just have to click OK. I mean, you can disable this warning coming up over and over again. And once I'm done with capturing the traffic or reproducing the issues I'm having, I can just turn it off right here, which means like pause. Okay, so once I have this traffic captured, I'm just gonna go ahead and click on save. So you have this three dots right here, and you have save. It gives you two options. You can save it locally. You can also save it on the cloud. And saving it locally means it's just gonna live on your local machine. But when you save it on the cloud, when you log into a different system with your Fiddler Everywhere account, you can access it because it's on the cloud. So if I log in to within my Windows machine, I can also access the trace. So I'm gonna give this a name. So I just call it Outlook Trace. Okay, I mean you can always protect your snapshot with a password, but I'm just gonna leave it for now, and I'm going to choose the cloud storage as my option for saving, so that if I want to access it from a different machine, I can just log in with my username and password and I can access it on a different account. You can create a folder for it. I already have a folder called 2008-2024, which is today's date. So you can always create a folder in here. You can also create a subfolder, depending on what you want to do. So if you want to create a folder, you click on the folder right here and you can go ahead and click that. I'm just going to go ahead and click this and create a subfolder right here. Just call it demo session. Okay, so once I have that, I'm just gonna select that and I'm going to save this trace inside this folder. Okay, so once this is saved inside this folder, if you look at this inside this folder, inside my snapshot, I have this folder, today's date. I have the demo session, which is a subfolder, and inside it I have the network trace that we just created. Okay, I also have like a folder before now that I a network trace that I created before now. So the Outlook trace is the trace result that has been exported to the cloud. So this is the file we want to share with an engineer or someone else. We want to give access to the network trace to debug or see what's happening with the application. So we have options that we can actually do that. We can share that using the share option here, and we can also more like manage sharing, invite someone else. So this is saved in the cloud, which is fine. So we can share this file by click on the share option here. We can input the email address of the people we want to email this trace to. So for example, I'm just gonna enter my email address here. So you can enter as many email addresses as you want to enter. You can also leave a note. And you can go ahead and click on share. So the user will receive an email address. Sorry, will receive an email. That if I haven't shared with them, and they can go ahead and see what the issue is and debug the issue from the end also. If I go to my Outlook right now, I will see notification from Fiddler that Gmail shared a snapshot with me in Fiddler Everywhere. So this is where we come to a limitation. With Fiddler Classic, you can export the trace to your local machine, and you'll be able to share it with someone else. Someone like you can copy it in a drive, you can attach it to an email, you can zip it. But with Fiddler Everywhere, you can't actually zip the files. You can't like download it to access it outside the application. You can't access it from a folder. It have to be within the application. So it doesn't give you the option to access the file outside the Fiddler Everywhere application. You have to access it within the application. So if you share it with someone else, just the same way I just shared it with someone else right now, if I access this email from a different system, if a different computer, I have to log into my Fiddler Everywhere also for me to be able to access the trace, and I have to like debug the trace from the Fiddler Everywhere on my own account. So in other words, there's a limitation of I have to have a Fiddler Everywhere account also if I am sharing the document and I'm the recipient also. So both the sender and the recipient need to have a Fiddler Everywhere account for them to be able to communicate or share file, receive the file, and have access to the file. So if I go ahead and click on to view this file, this will load the network trace that we have captured, and of course you can go ahead and troubleshoot and debug, see what is happening on the network trace from here. So this gives you all the tools all in one that can help you to debug the network trace. Which request was, which URL was called, the response is, the headers. You can go ahead and debug the application within the Fiddler platform. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with us to learn about how to use the Fiddler Everywhere on a Mac OS and how to share this with a support engineer or anyone helping you with a problem. And also we look at some of the limitations that Fiddler Everywhere has. And of course, you can run Fiddler Everywhere on all platforms, be it Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. So there is no limitations of operating system where you can run the Fiddler Everywhere. Thank you so much. And of course, if you have questions, drop it on the comment sections. Thank you, and do have a great day. Bye bye.